To solve this problem, I decided to first create a set of all students who passed the Subway project at some point. First, I looped over each submission in the paid submissions table, which contains all the project submissions from students that we're analyzing. Next, I pulled out the project key and the rating. Next, I wanted to check if this project was the Subway project, and I could have done that by separately comparing, is this project the first project in the list, or is it the second project in the list? This would work, but there's actually an easier way to do this if you're familiar with Python's in keyword. So instead, I checked if this project is in the list Subway project lesson keys. Next, I wanted to check if the student passed the project, so I added a condition that rating is equal to passed. However, this isn't actually the only way to pass the project. In the table descriptions, it mentions that passed means meets specifications, but distinction means exceeds specifications. So I also wanted to consider a rating of distinction to be passing the project. Finally, when using multiple ands and ors in the same check, it's always important to add parentheses appropriately. In this case, I wanted to check that the project was the Subway project and that the student had passed the project. If so, then I added this student's account key to the Pass Subway project set. And finally, I wanted to check how many unique students had passed the Subway project, and that turned out to be 647 in this data set. Next, I was ready to split the data into passing engagement and non-passing engagement, and I started each off as the empty list. I looped over each engagement record in the paid engagement in first week table, and I checked if the account key for that engagement record was one of the account keys that had passed the Subway project. If so, I appended this engagement record to the passing engagement table. Otherwise, I appended it to the non-passing engagement table. Then I printed out the number of entries in both tables. There were about 4,500 entries in the passing engagement table and about 2,300 in the non-passing table.